Looking to build that new theme team, man? Well, let me tell you something. Code JOCK is officially back at buymaddencoins.com. They have the cheapest coins, and it's the most reliable place to find them. Don't forget to use code JOCK at checkout for 10% off your order, man. What are you waiting for? And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, this is by far the best rankings I've ever made. We dove in, we added a couple things. I'm not going to hold you here too long. Just want to let you guys know I'd greatly appreciate if you smash the like button, because this video, the time put into this video is just... ugh, it's gross. I don't even want to think about it. These are going to be the full rankings. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at like the entire 1 through 32. And then, like always, we're going to jump in and take a look at the top 10. Also appreciate if you hit that sub button for me. We got tons of you guys that are watching these videos for free, not even subbing. Another just grotesque number of you are not subbed to the channel. Don't know what you're waiting for. If you like theme teams, I'm your guy. I mean, it's 100% set in stone. Also, the link to the spreadsheet, if you guys want to look at it on your own time, will be in the description. It'll also be in the Discord, where it's a lot easier to access than going back and forth from the video. I mean, it's more views for me, low-key, if you go back to the video, but you could join the Discord if you want. The link will be in the description for that as well. You know, just taking a look at what we got going on here. So basically, I went through every single team. You know, we got there pretty much all the important players graded out, and it's not only 1 through 10. We're doing weighted grades for quarterback, receiver 1, pass rusher 1, and then DB 1 and 2. All those players are out of 20, and then I took 3 offensive linemen, graded them out of 5, inside linebacker graded out of 5, and so on and so forth. It has the key right there. It's a lot easier once you read the key and then go through it and look at it on your own time. I'm not going to go through every single individual team, because it's taken me days to make this, right? This will be updated throughout the entire year. I'm going to leave this format for next year. I really like this format too. And we'll be posting rankings more frequently on the channel, because I can just go in and input a player and kind of adjust. It makes it really easy for me to update these instead of redoing it every single time, right? And because we changed our ranking system once again, the top 10 did really change a lot. There's a lot of new teams in here. There was a lot of fluctuation inside the top 10. There's a couple new teams in there, so we'll be able to take a look at some new squads, which we always love to do. And I'm assuming you guys can guess who number 1 is. Before we actually get to number 1, let me know down in the comments who you guys think the best theme team is in this game, Madden 22 Ultimate Team, right now. And of course, like I said, Discord links in the description, also link to the spreadsheet in the description. And if you're watching this video, the links expire, just leave me a comment. I check comments every day, and I'll see if I need to update the links for you. First team we're gonna look at, coming at number 10, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers theme team. You know, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these early teams, like the teams from 10 to 5. Once we start getting up the list, I'm going to dive into it more. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers theme team, obviously 99 Tom Brady. You know what I can do? I can actually share with you guys some of these cards that I rated. So Tom Brady, I gave a 17 out of 20. I feel like that makes sense. Not a really mobile guy, but in the pocket, he's an absolute demon. Keyshawn Johnson, I put as a receiver 1. I gave him a 15 out of 20. A little bit of an outdated card there. And, you know, Mike Evans, 9 out of 10. Chris Godwin, 8 out of 10. Gronkowski, 9 out of 10. Jumping over to the defense, I gave Warren Sapp our first, I guess we could call them impact players, the players I grade out of 20. I put Warren Sapp as their pass rusher 1, because, I mean, I don't really know who else to put, like Pierre-Paul maybe. Sapp got a 15 out of 20. Rondé Barber got a 17 out of 20. And Aqib Talib got an 18 out of 20. Buccaneers finished with 178 points after ranking them. That put them in the number 10 spot. And moving on over to our number 9 team, what squad do we have? We have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, new theme team. Taking a look at this team, the Steelers finished with 179 points, so 1 more point over the Buccaneers. Remember, these theme teams, like 1 through 10, is very tight, besides number 1. Number 1's actually winning by a landslide. But these teams, pretty much 2 through 10, they're all neck and neck. 1 upgrade could send a team from 8 all the way up to 3, and, you know, vice versa. But, of course, first we got Big Ben on SARMs. I gave him a 17 out of 20, pretty much right there in the same category as Brady. Our next guy, Deontay Johnson, I gave a 16 out of 20 as their receiver 1. Card just came out. Speed demon. Just doesn't really have the height to get him over, you know, into that elite tier of guys. You know, Freiermuth, obviously, when you hit level 50, is going to be a 10 out of 10. And a couple other guys, Lynn Swan, I gave it 8 out of 10. LeGarrette Blount, I'm giving a 9 out of 10 solely because he can air truck. And then Faneka, Moore, Pouncey, I took as their 3 linemen. Moving on over to the defense, TJ Watt honors card, I gave a 19 out of 20, only because it's not really anything against him. You know, 19 out of 20, it really only is because he's not perfect, right? He could be bigger, he could be heavier, he could be faster, he could have better power move. Like, he's a 19 out of 20, the card's really good. It's just that this card is not perfect. There are maybe one or two guys that are better edge rushers than TJ Watt in this game. And then I took Minkah Fitzpatrick and Troy Polamalu as their two DBs, gave them a 16 out of 20 for Minkah and then a 17 out of 20 for Troy P. Aside from that, Hilton, Akilo Witherspoon, he's actually a solid team builder, 6'2", 99 speed on the theme team, and almost maxed out zone on the theme team as well. 6'2" corner is nothing to joke about, dude. Like 6'2" will get the job done. I believe he's got 96 jumping too, which is kind of nuts. The theme team that'll only get better with Ultimate Legends. So Steelers probably going to be on the channel this week too with the theme team gameplay because they did climb quite a bit. But moving on up to number 8, we have the New England Patriots theme team, a team I always love looking at. So, of course, starting out with quarterback Tom Brady, once again, Bucks and Pats both in the top 10. He will be a 17 out of 20. Graded, in my opinion, Chad Johnson, 19 out of 20. Also gave Josh Gordon a 10 out of 10 because he is 6'3", 99 speed with, I believe his deep route running is gross. Yeah, 96 deep route running without the strat card, which is crazy. And Gronk got a 9 out of 10. Cordarrelle Patterson got a 9 out of 10. And then all three of their linemen I graded, Trent Brown, Andrews, and John Hanna, all got 5 out of 5s. And slithering on over the defense, we got Richard Seymour as their only pass rusher, or the one that I graded at least. I mean, I don't really know who to go with here. Judon's not really good. This Jawan Bentley is pretty atrocious. Vince Wilfork and Akeem Hicks, I feel like, are just D tackles, so I don't want to rank them as their number one rusher. So Seymour gets a 14 out of 10. Waiting on maybe like a Willie McGinnis upgrade, Ultimate Legend here soon or something like that. Sean Springs, I gave an 18 out of 20 as their corner, number 1. And then Logan Ryan, I gave a 17 out of 20 as their DB2. So, those are the two guys I have representing the Patriots secondary, two really good corners. I guess Logan Ryan's considered a safety, but, I mean, still same thing. Like, they're both really, really, really good cards. Patriots finished with 180 points, 1 above the Steelers and 2 above the Bucks. And I believe we're moving on to number 7. Yeah, number 7, another new team in the top 10, Cincinnati Bengals. Who we rated was Joe Burrow. I gave Joe, what did I give Joe Burrow? Did I say Joe right there? But regardless, Joe Burrow, I gave a 16 out of 20. I feel like I could have gone up maybe to 17 out of 20, but I don't know. I settled with 16. 16 seems like a fair spot for Joey B. And then Chad Johnson, we already graded him for the Patriots. He's a 19 out of 20. Jamar Chase got a 10 out of 10 for receiver 2. And Joyner got a 9 out of 10. Uzoma got an 8 out of 10. Mixon got a 9 out of 10. And then their 3 linemen, Whitworth, Munoz, and Spain, all got 5 out of 5. So, I mean, they're looking really good on offense. I don't really know if they could get better anywhere, though. This team might have peaked, I think. I mean, a couple linemen, I guess, maybe a better tight end. Sliding over to the defense. Who did I rank for their defense? Trey Hendrickson as their number 1 pass rusher. They could use one more dude. Hendrickson's pretty solid. What are his stats? He's got 90 speed, 96 block shed, 96 finesse move. So, the finesse move archetype, I always say this, I really like it in this year's game. Hendrickson got a 16 out of 20. O'Neal and Waynes both got 17 out of 20. I mean, Trey Waynes definitely helped out this theme team a lot because before Waynes, I would have had to grade Hilton or maybe Mays would have been good. But Trey Waynes, 97 speed, 90 zone, 93 man, 91 press. So really good team builder, 6 foot. Pretty much going to hit all of the thresholds right there for cornerback. Good, that's the 7 spot. I believe they had 181 points when we tallied it all up. And if you don't understand what I'm saying with the points thing, just take a look at the spreadsheet and you'll understand. Like I'm saying, I gave Joe Burrow a 16 out of 20. I add up all of those numbers that I rank them, like 16, 19, and we add them up, essentially. It's a pretty simple concept, but I can see how some of you might not know what I'm talking about. Number 6, we got the Dallas Cowboys theme team. So starting out for the Cowboys, Jimmy Smith, LT, I gave him a 19 out of 20, solely because there's, who are the 20 receivers, the 20 out of 20 receivers? I think there's only like 1 or 2. Colin Johnson's going to be a 20 out of 20. And then, actually, it might only be Colin Johnson because, Colin Johnson and Cooper Kupp are the only 20 out of 20 receivers. Jimmy Smith is really good, but I believe, he's 6'1". So, I mean, Colin Johnson's running out there. He's 6'6". And then Cooper Kupp is, if you've ever used the card, you know that card just plays at a different level than some of these guys. I haven't used Jimmy Johnson. I gave him a 19 out of 20. I feel like that's pretty fair. Tony Romo earned himself a 13 out of 20. Not the best quarterback. Deep release is trash. And Deion Sanders, I gave an 8 out of 10. I really just don't, that's kind of me being biased, but I've used him a lot. And I don't really like the Deion Sanders receiver. CeeDee Lamb got a 9 out of 10. I like him. Ditka got a 9 out of 10, despite being added into the game a couple of days ago. And then Larry Allen, 5. Leonard Davis, 5 out of 5. Lyle Collins, 3 out of 5. So the offense is looking pretty solid. A new quarterback could bring this team into the top 3 without a doubt. And sliding over to the defense, we have Micah Parsons, who did get a 20 out of 20 for the rush 1 position, I guess. And then DeMarcus Ware and Randy Gregory also got 10 out of 10s. You know, this team, this defensive line, this defensive front is just complete next level. Like, when I say next level, I actually mean it this time. Deion Sanders earned himself an 18 out of 20 solely because I feel like Deion, when you press him, you're kind of at a liability. Or maybe not, he's not a liability, but the Deion Sanders card is severely overhyped in Madden. You know, he gets burnt, not frequently, but every so often. I mean, I got Trayvon Diggs at a 19 out of 20. I think Diggs is a tad bit better than Deion in-game. You could take me to the stake for that one. But that's the Cowboys theme team. What did I say? They got 183 points out of a total. Actually, let me find out the total real quick and get back to you. The total is indeed 210 points. So this is 183 out of 210 points. Out of all the cards they rank, or out of all the cards that I ranked, they have a 96.5 overall, which, I mean, isn't their actual team overall in game. Just out of the players that I plucked as, you know, kind of the important players on the squad. Cowboys at, what did I say, 7? Cowboys at 6. The Raiders coming in at 5 with 185 points. And of course, one more time, if you guys did skip the intro, these rankings took me a very long time to make. I greatly appreciate it if you subscribed. If you're interested in theme team content, if you're not and you're just randomly here, I appreciate you for watching the video. But, you know, I'm doing everything I can, you know, to better myself as a content creator and kind of just stay consistent. I think we're on day, like, 20, whatever date is in February. We're on day 21 of our upload streak. I'm recording this at 10 p.m. And, you know, I just want to get this out to you guys. Make sure that you guys have the updated rankings. So greatly appreciate a like. Greatly appreciate it if you did hit that sub button for me. But let's get into the Raiders theme team. Un segundo. Where are the Raiders at? We got 185 points. Carson Palmer is our starting quarterback. Does knock this team a little bit. I gave him a 14 out of 20. I feel like that's justified. Jerry Rice did get a 19 out of 20. Dickerson got a 9 out of 10. Only because, dude, maybe it's just my bias, but when I did use Dickerson on the Falcons theme team, I feel like he just wasn't better than Patterson. I feel like Patterson breaks more tackles. He runs better routes. Obviously, Dickerson's got a lot behind his name from Madden 20. But, you know, I feel like Dickerson is not a 10 out of 10. The 10 out of 10 running back for me is Derrick Henry and Marcus Allen. Those guys can absolutely just book. And, of course, the air truck, Derrick Henry. And then receivers, Cliff Branch got a 9 out of 10. Moss got a 7 out of 10, waiting for that Moss upgrade. And Darren Waller did get a 10 out of 10. For the receiver position, jumping over to defense, I gave Max Crosby a 20 out of 20. This card is actually just demonic. He's got 95 speed before boost, so he'd be a 97 speed edge rusher with 99 block shed, 98 finesse move, and 92 power move. That is just disgusting. He's 6'5", 270, so great size. That is a 20 out of 20. I believe that card is better than TJ Watt, despite not using either of them, but just by looking at their stats and size and just knowing how the abilities play. I feel like that Max Crosby could definitely be a problem on Raiders theme teams. Of course, we got Ronnie Lott as an 18 out of 20 and Ted Hendricks as a 19 out of 20, solely because the dude's like 6'7" or whatever, like 6'8". Dude's just a demigod running around. Another team that stayed inside the top 5, actually, is the Kansas City Chiefs theme team, 186 points. I mean, you guys can see how close these rankings are. It went from Cowboys 183 to Raiders 185 to Chiefs 186, and I believe that 4 and 5 or 5, 4 and 3 are all tied in points. I just ranked them by who's got the best quarterback at that point. But, you know, Chiefs theme team, really good, lots of speed, pretty much no holes on this theme team. Besides when we get to the defense, there is something I want to talk about with this team. But on offense, I gave Joe Montana, our starting quarterback. What did I give Joe Montana? Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. My bad. Joe Montana, 15 out of 10, or 15 out of 10. 15 out of 20. Josh Gordon got a 19 out of 20. And the other receivers, Kelsey, Horn, Hardman, all got 9 out of 10s. And Marcus Allen, like I mentioned earlier, is indeed a 10 out of 10. Wait, Marcus Allen played for the... Okay, nah, so I messed up. Okay, no, I'm catching this mistake as I am recording. MuttGG threw me off a little bit because they have Dickerson in front of Marcus Allen. The Raiders are actually tied with the Chiefs. That wouldn't move them in the rankings at all, but because, in my opinion, Joe Montana is better than Carson Palmer. But just to revisit that real quick, I adjusted Marcus Allen into the Raiders rankings, and they are now tied 186 with the Chiefs. Moving on to the defense for the Chiefs, though, Derek Thomas, I gave an 18 out of 20, really good pass rusher. Melvin Ingram, 9 out of 10. Chris Jones, 9 out of 10. Nick Bolton, the linebackers, I only rated out of 5 because I feel like they're really just not important. It's an inside linebacker, too, not an outside linebacker. So Nick Bolton gets a 5 out of 5, obviously 99 overall. And I gave Mike Hughes a 17 out of 20, Tyrann Mathieu a 16 out of 20, and then Revis and Ty Law earned 9s. L'Jarius Sneed got an 8. We do need some safeties on this team, though. I feel like they got Bernard Pollard, who definitely could eventually see an upgrade here soon, Ultimate Legend, Promo Master, whatever it is. They have upgraded a lot of those team diamonds from earlier in the year. You could also get an Eric Berry, which would be disgusting because those cards are always sick in-game, fan favorite. But yeah, I got a strong feeling that the Chiefs are going to stay inside the top 3. Or no, they're 4, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on number 4 right here. Moving on up to 3, we have the Arizona Cardinals theme team. Another squad that has stayed inside the top 5. Now that I think about it, numbers 2 through 6 or 2 through 5 are all tallied at 186 points. So, once it gets close to the top, all these teams are neck and neck. I'm telling you guys, like I said, I just ranked these teams by quarterback. I do believe Kyler Murray is more of a threat than Joe Montana behind or under center, I guess. And, Kyler Murray, obviously escape artist and pass lead elite, a pretty good combo or a pretty good ability combo there. We do have Kenyon Drake, Larry Fitzgerald, whom I rated what is Larry Fitz? 19 out of 20. I gave Kyler Murray a 15 out of 20. So, ultimately tied with Joe Montana with the 15 ranking, but I do feel like Kyler has a slight edge with his speed. And then receivers, I gave Ahmad Rashad an 8 out of 10, DeAndre Hopkins a 7, and Zach Ertz a 9 out of 10 because he's actually pretty fast, and he's like 260, 250 pounds. He can air truck, which is always good. The linemen for the Cardinals, Leonard Davis, 5 out of 5, Deardor, 5 out of 5, and Faneka, 5 out of 5. Shifting over to the defense, I gave Hassan Reddick a 17 out of 20. Really like the finesse move guys this year and the speed rushing archetype. So Reddick's going to earn a 17 from me. Freeney and Jones are both 7s. They really only have one true good pass rusher. Of course, we got to give Dick Lane a 20 out of 20, and then Isaiah Simmons a 20 out of 20 as well. Larry Wilson got a 10 out of 10. Antro Roll and Pat Pete both got 9s. So, 186 points with a 96.3 average is not too shabby for the Cardinals theme team, a squad that I am, kind of surprised has stayed this relevant throughout the last couple of months. Just a really, really good theme team. And that takes us to number 2. Staying inside the NFC West, we have the Seattle Seahawks theme team returning rightfully so to the top 10. It just showed, I remember seeing on the last rankings video, it really just exposed how bad my ranking system truly was because the Seahawks were outside of the top 10 and now they're back at 2. So, I made a mistake. I'm willing to admit it. I literally, right when that video was posted, it spawned with 20 where the Seahawks comments. It was actually kind of funny. And that's pretty much what made me realize that I needed to change the rankings up a little bit. And, obviously starting with the offense for the Seahawks, I gave Russell Wilson a 17 out of 20. Very fast. I feel like just has better passing stats and better speed than Kyler Murray. So he's going to get a 17. Jerry Rice, we've ranked a couple times already, but he's going to stay at a 19 out of 20. Josh Gordon with a 10 out of 10. We've heard this before. And for lineman, Walter Jones, 5 out of 5. Mawai, 5 out of 5. And Ode Abushi, probably the best name in football, 4 out of 5. Shifting over to the defense, I gave Kevin Williams a 16 out of 20. I think he's one of the best, if not the best, defensive tackle in the game. He's not the fastest with only 81 speed on the theme team, but he is 6'5", 311 pounds with 97 block shed, 97 power move, and 93 finesse move. This Kevin Williams is probably an underrated card, low-key. That might be underrated card of the year right there. Cam Chancellor, goal 99, gets a 20 out of 20. And Sean Springs, whom we've already seen, gets an 18 out of 20. Other guys we rated, Richard Sherman, 10 out of 10. DK Metcalf, 10 out of 10. And Jamal Adams, just because the, the Guardians of the Galaxy boost is still in the game right now. So all of the original Guardians of the Galaxy still get boosted, which is weird. But if you have any of those guys in your binder, definitely plug them into your lineup. If you have the Super Suit, check that out. But Jamal Adams gets a 9 out of 10 with the Super Suit boost as of right now. Hopefully you guys put your guesses in for number 1. I promise you guys it has nothing to do with the thumbnail. But if you got it right, props to you. You know more about theme teams than your father. Coming in with 200 points out of a possible 210, which is just ridiculous if you think about it, compared to the teams 2, 3, 4, and 5 that all have 186 points. We have the Los Angeles Rams theme team Super Bowl winner of Super Bowl LVI. I don't even know what number it was this year. What is that, like 50? Would that be 56? No? Yes? I mean, VI is 6, so I'm thinking it's 56, right? Joe Namath, I gave a 20 out of 20 solely because he has Slinger 1, and you can also rock the abilities. I believe you can go, what would it be? Escape Artist for 6, Hot Route Master for 2, and Pass Lead Elite for 3. So that would be 11 AP for all 3 of those abilities, which is nuts. The best stack in the game without a doubt. You could just run that and then run 3 Deep Out Elites, and you would be pretty much set for this theme team. Which, I mean, is a tad bit, I wouldn't say unfair, but it's just a little bit egregious that they have the opportunity to do that. So, of course, Namath is going to be a 20 out of 20. Dickerson gets a 9 out of 10. Cooper Kupp is getting a 20 out of 20. That card plays phenomenal, in Weekend League and head-to-head, whatever you guys play. And then other guys we ranked, OBJ got a 9 out of 10. Torrey Holt got a 9 out of 10. And Tyler Higbee got an 8 out of 10. The lineman, Jackie Slater, 5 out of 5. Andrew Whitworth, 5 out of 5. And Brian Allen with 3 out of 5. Moving over to the defense, Jack Youngblood did earn himself a 20 out of 20 for pass rusher. Just browsing this dude's stats real quick. He's 6'4", 245 pounds with 91 speed, 99 block shed, 96 power move, and 97 finesse move, which is a tad bit just OP. 93 speed on the theme team, might I mention. Going to be a goon coming off the edge. And, of course, this team got, 3 Ultimate Legends? Yeah, they got 3 Ultimate Legends last weekend. 2 of them coming on the defense with Elroy Hirsch getting a 10 out of 10. Von Miller got a 10 out of 10. Aaron Donald got a 10 out of 10. Dick Lane got a 20 out of 20. Night Train Lane. And Jalen Ramsey got a 19 out of 20. So 20 out of 20, 19 out of 20. Aqib Talib got a 10. Nick Scott and David Long both got 9. So, I mean, dude, this theme team is really good. I said they peaked a week ago, and then they decided to give them, 8 more cards that were just, it's absolutely absurd. Joe Namath, hands down, best quarterback in the game. And that's going to bring you guys back to my pretty face. I'll throw the top 10 up on the screen right now just so you guys can see it as a visual. But once again, greatly appreciate if you guys smash the like button on this video. These rankings videos do take a long time. And I will say once again that these are by far the best rankings I've made, the most accurate. And the weighted grades really helped. I forgot exactly who it was that, mentioned that in the comments last time we made this video. But it was a great idea. And if you are watching this video and that was you, I greatly appreciate it because it helps out the rankings so much. But if you guys will probably be watching this on Tuesday. If you are, I'll be live later tonight, and there should be another video up today. Maybe prices, we'll see. But that being said, Jock signing.